good morning, good afternoon, good evening, and of course, you have greatness inside of you. Welcome back to another pregame Montreal Canadiens, game number 43 of the season for the Montreal. Tonight, they host the Edmonton Oilers, Connor McDavid. Of course, we're going to give you all the information you need to know about the game between the Oilers and the Montreal Canadiens. Don't go, of course, nowhere. And you know the drill. Before we start, we invite you, please subscribe, please likes, and finally tell us what is your prediction or what you think about the game between the Oilers and the Canadiens tonight at 7 o'clock Eastern Time. And we're going to do a live stream, play-by-play. So join us tonight with the family of the Hockey Nation live show. Like we do all the graphic you need to know. Let's starting with the numbers of the Montreal. The game starts at 7 o'clock tonight. The Oilers are pretty good the last three games. And also they are 6 in the Pacific Division. They have a -2 on the differential goal for versus goal again. They are 21-16-2. The last 10 games, they are 3-5-2. They are at home 12-8, on the road 9-8-2. We know they struggle. Prior to that, last week, they all have some difficult time. Montreal considers to be at the bottom of the bottom, number 8 on the Pacific, on the Atlantic Division, 32 in the NHL. They lost the last two games. The differential guy, -65. 8-27-7, and they are 1-5-4 the last 10 games. At home now, they are 5-11-1. The power play, the best second of the NHL. The Oilers are 28.8. Montreal at the bottom, 31st. The penalty kill, 20 for the Oilers, 30 for Montreal. Goals for 11 for the Oilers, and the Montreal are 31. Finally, the goal again, they are the worst. Montreal, 3.79 versus 3.33 for the Oilers. The shot for 29, Montreal 33.6. Finally, the face-off. They are 7 in NHL, and Montreal are 26. The best of the best for each team. Tresalo dominate for that team as 59, following by McDavid at 58, and Tresalo at 29 goals since the beginning of the season. The top 3 in NHL for the most goal. The Kiskanen win 15 W so far, and Daniel Nurse is at 26-36 TOI. For the Montreal, nothing changed. Zuski is still first at 24 points. And most goals, Zuski and Anderson and Pitlick are at 8. Allen does not change, does not play. And Chariot is at 23-20. Of course, shopping up with the hockey coach, Yuruko Frenchy. You already know the part number 1. Honestly, we expect Montembeault and Koskinen between the pipe. This recording video is a little bit earlier this morning, Saturday, because I have something happening this week afternoon. So I apologize. Could be a mistake right here. The last 5 games, Montreal is 1-2-2 differential, -7, 4-12 power play, pretty good. PK still struggling at 8-23. The last 5 games, Zuski have 5 points to 42 goals. Zuski 3 assists, 4 assists, and Glag is at +3. Puck possession for me is going to be one of the strategy the Montreal need to do. What are you talking about? More they own the puck or they possess the puck. Montreal, it's not Tresalo, McDavid, and other players going to carry on the puck for the opponent team. The cap control with the speed of the Edmonton need to be really close for the Montreal Canadiens. Don't give them also the blue line where they are really where they pick up their speed. The player to watch for Edmonton, we have, of course, Tresalo, McDavid, Javi. We can add Hyman over there, of course, and RNH would be another one for sure. The Canadiens Montreal, the last 10 games are 1-6-3 differential at 20 -24. The power play 6-32, and the PK struggle at 12-46. The Frenchy corner. Here we go. Game number 43 for the Montreal Canadiens. Let's talk a little bit more about the roster. First of all, Drouin is going to be out for many weeks, and then Devorek is not going to play before the All-Star game. Edmondson Price does not change anything. Price was on the ice this morning with full equipment for 10 minutes only. Did not get any shot against him. For other players, Perrault is about 4 to 4 weeks out. Gallagher and Biron is really close to come back in the lineup or still practice with a purple jersey. And finally, Armia and Gallagher are back in Quebec at that moment. Can Duchamp use them this weekend? I have no clue because this, again, is too early to let you know what's going on. Montembeault is going to return between the pipe as a starter. The last 9 games, he played as a starter, not as a comeback, as a backup when Primo was out. Only one is starter. Guys, he faced an average of 44 shots. How can you be performing game after game with 44 shots you face every night? You have a save percentage of .907. That's pretty good. But again, the Montreal Canadiens gave too many shots, I'll be honest with you. Like I mentioned earlier, cap control stopped their speed. With the transition of their speed, the carry-on with the defensemen would be Nurse, Bouchard, and Barry carry on the puck a lot. And also the speed of McDavid, at least, and Tressalon. Guys, the Montreal need to have a really great cap control on 3 zones, not only in one zone, all 3. They cannot give them the blue line. That's why they pick up their speed. And when they are at full speed, like McDavid, he have maybe the best player in the entering zone on the offensive side. So Montreal have to be a really team cap control with the puck possession. Most of the time, they control the puck better. The opponent team doesn't have it. Special team, big role tonight, of course, because Edmonton is the number 2 in NHL on power play. And that's very important. Montreal cannot be in the penalty box tonight too much. And, of course, Montreal, it will be one element they need to maybe to perform better is on special team as a power play if they want to win tonight. If ever they are on PK, they need to be sure Edmonton does not score. Add a better zone coverage. This one area where they struggle a lot, Montreal, for the last 5, 6, 7, 8 games is the defensive zone coverage. They lose their man, they are not intense, they lose the battle, they not retrieve all the puck, and they got pinched or they got forechecking a lot against their defensemen. Why? Because Montreal is not very fast. How you can control is to collapse more together, quick up pass to break out and get out quicker on the zone. And that's what you have to get better. And be aware where are the opponent team players with no puck. You have to get the better zone coverage. I think that's the one element Montreal struggle a lot there. Kane, even though Kane should be back in the lineup for the should be back, not back, but he should be in the lineup tonight. Again, the Montreal Canadiens is going to be the first game with the Oilers. He's going to wear the number 91, so expect Kane tonight. Oilers are back. And we talk about, Coach. Of course, they struggle a lot in December and most of at least the first 2-3 weeks of the January. Now they win the last 3 games. Tressalon, McDavid are getting better. They get more points. And Koskinen look good in between the pipe. Now, the influence to bring Kane and the team may be helping them as a mindset, but it does not fix their problem as a goaltender at the defense. Maybe not Montreal is going to give them some trouble, but if they want to make the playoff, they need to readjust and also to have a better way, to have a better goaltending. That will be interesting to follow with Oilers. Listen, this is going to be a big weekend for Montreal. They play tonight, and then tomorrow they play against the Columbus Blue Jackets, and they have to have a better way to have more intense, everything like that. For the Montreal Canadiens, not much. I'm not going to give you their full roster because it's too early. We don't expect any change in the lineup for the Montreal Canadiens. Expect Pellick, Evans, Anderson together, Lekonen with Toffoli and Suzuki tonight. So that's what will be the lineup for them. No change on the defenseman for sure. Today, I want to I give you, of course, all the head-to-head. I'm going to, not going to stay here. For each thing, we can stop the video. We can watching each categories where the Edmonton are better team compared to Montreal Canadiens on goal for, goal again, the fit which, the core C, the goal again, X, everything on that. And that give you another idea here how this works, to be honest with you. And the last one I want to mention to you is this one over there. Is the last category about play driving. Finally, I want to give you a little bit more information. What you're talking about, Coach. I want to give you different players like the projection pace of McDavid and Tressaro today, and that gave them an idea what they look like and what the expectation for goal assist. The point 130, they are on the pace on that one at that moment, and the market value. So take a time to watching this one, and then you have also Tressaro another way. I expect 122 points for him. So great performance again for both teams. This is another way I do a lot of analytics. This is another, you can take a time to watching the goal, the TOI for the players with the game score, and you can see with graphic up and down. You can take a time, the result for them for the last 10 games, Sunday beginning, and you can have a time. This is the one now, it's about the McDavid. So I conclude, I thought it would be good to sharing with this, how I follow my stat and how I follow, and I'm watching everything's going on around the league. So I just want to give it to you. And finally, of course, live stream tonight, play-by-play with hockey coach Guru, Coach Frenchy for the Hockey Nation Live Show. We're going to start at 7 o'clock p.m. I'm going to be at the last minute because I have some engagements I want to sharing with you. So hopefully to see you tonight with the Hockey Nation Live Show. That's conclude the game number 43 pre-game for the Montreal Canadiens, your Bleu Blanc Rouge. But before we leave, of course, likes, subscribe, and tell us your prediction between the Montreal and Edmonton tonight. We wish you an amazing, blessing day, and you'll have greatness inside of you. I look forward to see you for the next video with the Hockey Coach Guru, Coach Frenchy for the Hockey Nation Live Show. Happy Saturday, everybody.